Aries, hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Antoine, and welcome to the channel, you guys. Let's go ahead and jump right on into your love energies for mid to late February 2026. What's going on for Aries for mid to late February? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Also, anyone here that may be connected to an Aries during this time, this could be for you as well. What's going on for my Aries? Okay. All right. Wow. Hidden feelings. So there's some things that you are just sitting on. And I'm not even gonna front. I'm not even gonna front with you, Aries. Your early February message had that same card in the same position. And that's exactly that's why I'm so like excited right now, because it's like it's almost you guys please check out that earlier February message, because I do feel like there may be some carryover. And as heavy as that message was, yeah, yeah, it definitely would make sense. Okay. So um please, you know what? I'm also hearing that well, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. What's under the deck? Loyalty. Yeah, I was gonna say was I feel like Aries, this message may possibly be from the perspective of your person that you were connected to from the earlier message. Yep, nostalgia came back up. Okay, and then commitment. Okay, family, right? And that's so crazy because the final card that was under the deck in your early February message was single. But now in your late February message, the card that's under the deck here is family. Okay, so all right. So a lot happened. A lot happened since early February. Early February Aries for sure. Okay. Um Again, I do kind of feel like this is more so from the perspective of your person. The last message felt from the perspective of you. This feels more so like from the perspective of your person, Aries. Your person here is, I feel what I'm getting here is that they want to stick beside you, Aries. Whoever this is that you're connected to, whoever this is that's in your heart and mind space, whoever fills that spot for you, right? Like that person wants to be with you, Aries. That person wants to commit to you. They want a commitment with you. Okay. This nostalgia card also came back up again. If you check out your earlier message, and I know y'all gonna get sick of me talking about that earlier message, but please go look at it. But this again, it just makes me feel as though this person understands the type of bond that y'all have built between y'all, right? This energy has always felt like you've known each other. Okay, and so this person really wants to hold fast and stick beside you, Aries. They want to stick beside you, Aries, even though there may be some things that are not quite being said. There are some things that are under the surface. All right, there are some things that are being concealed. And you know with this card coming back up in the same position that it was in that other message, I'm not even going to front, Aries. I do feel like that. I said then in that message that it's not easy. It's not easy what you're having to expose about yourself, but it's the very thing that is going to allow this person to show up for you, right? Like this person wants that opportunity to show you that they're loyal to you and only you. This person already sees behind that mask, Aries. This person already probably knows at minimum, at least a little bit of what's not being shown to them or said to them. Okay. And so let's go ahead and clarify Make sure that you like and subscribe, please, and comment down below, you guys. This is a new channel. My original channel was House of Luminance, which would be linked down there somewhere in the description if you care to look. Um, so, if you recognize my voice or whatever, or the cards or the setup, yes. I mean, if you were one of the dozens of people to look at my other channel, then and I appreciate those dozens too. But anyways, yeah, same person. I'm here. Just a new channel. All right, Aries, what's going on? All right. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups. I honestly, I sense a lot of shame here in this energy, Aries. Um, whatever this is that whatever this is that you conceal, okay? Maybe it was an experience that you had that shaped you. Um, well, fuck. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. Some of you had an experience that really like just shaped you and kind of really, first it shook you, then it shaped you. But it did leave you with some scars and some shame. And I feel like you try to cover that up. But in the process of doing that, you also cover up the parts of you that are authentic. And, that's where the issue is. So, okay. Okay, the Seven of Cups. Okay, I think that you do this, Aries, by kind of keeping things mysterious, right? Like keeping things very vague, keeping things very need to know, right? Maybe even like to the point to where like when you're telling stories, I feel like the way that some of you may, and I promise you I'm not like reading you for filth right now. I promise you not. I'm not doing that. The Aries, I feel like some of you I feel like what you do is you'll tell the story, right? Like truthfully, but then so that you don't have to go into the details of what you don't want to talk about, like you really hype up and embellish like all of the, you know, parts that you do want to talk about. And in the process of that, like I said, like it just kind of makes things a little bit cloudy, a little bit, you know what I mean? Like you're covering up, which is what we've been talking about. Um, this whole month because you're earlier. I'm so sorry, Aries. First of all, I'm an Aries moon, so I can talk to y'all like this, okay? But no disrespect. But yeah. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles. Now that was another card as well. Now I do see double sevens here, Aries. Okay. You're getting a lot of repeat cards, Aries. So yes, you're still working through some of the same energy from earlier in the month. The Seven of Pentacles is still making me feel like you're still weighing up your options of like what's it gonna be worth? Like, is it worth this person, leaving and walking away if it means that I get to like still remain, in my pain, still remain in my shame? Like that could be a question that you're asking yourself during this time, Aries, because it's cloudy and as convoluted as you try to make things look, so that you don't have to, like go there. You still have to actually get down to the nitty gritty about it eventually. But I do think that that's more reserved for something that you may do alone while you're sitting in that pain and in that shame. And And I promise you, Aries, I'm not trying to make y'all sound like this horrible person. I don't think that you're this horrible person. I just think that there's trouble communicating the deepest, darkest parts of yourself. And um, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody blames you for that. Okay. Well, I mean, I can say that giving you this perspective. Now, your person, on the other hand, they do want to be around you, but hey, but they would be within their rights as well to leave. But I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. That's. Let me just shut up. Okay. All right. So we do have the 7 of Wands. So, yeah, Aries, look at you. Look at you, Aries. I do feel like as you begin to like move out of February, it may be gradual. It may not be all of a sudden, but I do feel like that you make efforts. Here, look, we got 3 7 7 7 7. So I do feel like you make a lot of effort because first, talk to me, spirit. Okay, first it's like you're shamed, you're in your feelings heavy, you know what I'm saying? And things are cloudy, things are murky, you keep yourself busy, you give yourself way too many options, or you make things confusing for other people so that they don't have to focus on the inner you, right? But then boom, at a certain point you got to get real with yourself and deal with this 7 and look at what's actually on the table, and it's like, okay, what is this doing for me, right? Then as we begin to move out, now you have the 7 of Wands here, which is actually you putting in the effort to make movement to hopefully, you know what I'm saying, like get enough courage to be able to really express this. I think that you want to. I think that you do. I mean, it's a lot. I'm sure it's a lot of effort. I'm sure it's so much effort keeping things concealed and keeping people confused so that they don't have to see. But hello, this person, they're not sticking around for no reason. They got a peek. I think they got a peek. And I think that they're intrigued, curious, but also willing to work with you. Hell, I don't know. All right, let's see under the deck. All right, so we do have the 9 of Pentacles here showing up under the deck. All right, 9 of Pentacles energy coming out right now, Aries. Again, like this person that you're dealing with, um, wow. Okay. What I'm hearing is also, Aries, this person that you're dealing with, they may have overcome a similar struggle, and they probably already see that within you. I feel like um, they're kind of at this point, right? Like you're kind of at this point of finally being real with yourself. I think that they've already crossed that threshold with themselves and like was real with themselves, and they've opened themselves up enough to be able, they've done that with you. Okay. They've done that with you. They've opened up to you. Okay. And that's why you see them as this strong person. And you have that same strength, Aries. And they see that. They recognize that you have that same strength. All right. Let's get one more shuffle, Aries, and finish up your message. Side note, I'm just noticing this. Like, whenever I take long breaks from doing readings and then I come back, uh, for whatever reasons, they just go on and on and on. Okay, I'm a 15-minute girly. I like my readings to be 15 minutes or less. And I'm looking at this like, oh God, we're at 15 minutes right now. Okay. Anyways, Aries, what's going on? The King of Cups. Oh my God. Look at all of this emotion that just needs a place to go. Aries. But I do sense energy of like a proud energy as well, Aries. Like I think that you feel is like maybe if you open up, you could lose a certain amount of dignity, a certain amount of strength. You want to continue to look strong, like you have all the answers, but you don't, and nobody does. But there is like or like a prideful type of energy that I feel here with your emotions, Aries. So it's like almost like you're kind of wanting to see if this person is going to be worth showing that side of you. Side note, they are, okay? And I think that you already have seen that, okay? And you don't need me to say it. Mm, Ace of Wands, that fire. Okay, I'm not even gonna tell you it just came to my mind, but yeah. Um very this is like the boldest energy that I've seen out here on this table. So Aries, eventually, yes, you get that you get the gumption finally, because we do lead here to the Seven of Wands. So yeah, I mean, it is a very bold and courageous move to kind of really like sit and look at what you have, what you've been doing up to this point, what it's been getting you, and then using that same fire to, you know, motivate yourself to be able to express what needs to be expressed. Uh I'm also hearing that there's going to be like a perfect opportunity for this to occur during this time here with that Ace of Wands. So Spirit, I mean, Spirit is going to make it a little bit easier for you. Aries, they're going to say, you know what? All right, bet. I understand, but Spirit got you. Spirit is saying, I'm going to give you the perfect opportunity. It'll be the perfect opportunity. Okay, we have the moon energy here. Ooh, the King of Cups, diagonal, hidden feelings, the moon, Aries. Uh, this has the potential to get really messy. I feel like there are just a lot. I'm hearing skeletons in the closet. And I'm not saying that you're like out there like that, Aries, or nothing like that. But you know, we all have a past. Okay. And so I just get the energy of that here. So I feel like I'm hearing like skeletons in the closet, things, uh, things that happen in the dark is what I'm hearing here. Unknown territory for you as well, Aries. This may be a a path within yourself that you have never walked before. Having to look this deeply within yourself, it feels like nighttime. It feels like disorienting. Okay. Um, and I feel like your will overpower that. Right. Ah, yes. The Six of Wands. So yeah. Yeah. Victory. Success. Okay. Look there. We started from shame, and then we end it with success. The very thing that you feel that's within you that is shameful, more than likely is what's going to um it's funny enough, like healing from that is going to bring you out of that shame, but it's also going to, like, I feel like, kind of maybe put you on a pedestal as well. Okay. I feel like that Six of Wands energy, it may stretch even outside of the prospect of actual relationship. um but just in and of itself, I do feel like what this is saying is that, there is success overall with this relationship. Like, you and this person are finally able to like really like see eye to eye, see each other. Okay. um let's see what's under the deck here. The Death card. Yeah, wow. What? Yeah, what a transformation. What a transformation, for sure. because I know I keep talking about that earlier message. I told you I was going to be sick of it, but please go look at it. That from that to now is it's a complete transformation, a complete change here, Aries. And it also represents that whatever that is within you, it dies. It does have to die in order for you to find pure happiness here in this relationship, because you won't be able to carry that energy over into this relationship if you want it. And I do feel like maybe there is a little bit of grief here when it comes to letting go of that pain, because you may have been a little bit comfortable to sit in that pain. You got so used to covering up that pain that it feels like a death now that you don't have to do that and you can live in the light now with someone who is loyal and trusting and knows you, and they want to be with you. They want to be locked in. All right. So it is worth it, Aries. Oh my God, Aries, y'all done took me through so many emotions. I'm about to get up off of this phone. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I'll talk to y'all next time. I'm tired. Bye, you guys.